Alright, what's up guys? This is a how to take apart your Xbox and fix the open tray issue. This isn't guaranteed to fix it, but it'll hopefully get you in a spot where you can see what's going on inside. A little disclaimer, this will void your warranty if you have an Xbox that's newer than, I think it's a year, so don't do it if your Xbox is newer. This is old, but this is a Slim, Xbox 360 Slim right here. The tools you will need are flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, I have two sizes here, and then a T10 Torx wrench, which, I don't know if you can see that, it's the star-shaped screwdrivers. So, we'll begin. I already kind of started on the top here. You're going to just simply pop these off. This is the piece on the hard drive side. If you have a hard drive, pull it out now. Otherwise, just leave it in. And then same with this side. Now you'll take your flathead and you will just pry up like that on the inside, and see these clips, they'll be right in here, so just pull those out. And then next up, mine was able just to pop out fully. If you can get your screwdriver in, there's clips in here and these will pop out. These are all clipped in on the inside. If this is a little closer, otherwise some people have had to snap this off. If you don't have to, it's probably better. Otherwise you can just go at it the way I did. So that is the top. Pull your hard drive out. Take the hard drive out if you have one. Sometimes you don't. And then we will flip it over to do the other side. So this side hasn't been done. And as you can see, it's the same thing, same grilling. So you will just put your screwdriver in, flathead screwdriver, and pop up. And it will pull out this top piece. This is the easy part. Now is the hard part. If you've never done this, I don't know if you can see that still. If you've never done this before, these are all heat welded or heat staked with plastic all around the outside. Same with the bottom side. That's why I recommend not trying to, if you can, just take it out as full, not actually pulling the heat stakes up out of this one. But since I've done it before, it'll be easier. For you, it'll be terrible doing it your first time. And it may sound like you're breaking it, which you are, I guess, but it's the only way you're going to be able to get into the inside of the Xbox. So if you can, just do it. And I will show you those right now. Mine came off super easy, but let's see here. These little knobs right here are welded into the holes. They use a heat stake treatment on those, so you'll have to break the weld in the plastic, and that's difficult but doable. So this is the next part that comes off. Throw that aside, and now we need to get that black rim piece off. If you can see that, the black rim piece right here. So you'll take your flathead screwdriver again, and inside here there are those little tabs I mentioned. Pull up. There's, I believe, 3 to a side, I want to say. I think there's 3 to the side. Yeah, one there, one here, and one down here. So I've got half of it up, and then you'll just go to the other side and do the bottom half. So one here, and 2 there, and you can probably just pop them off. So that's the second part. So now you should have both the top and the bottom pieces out, and these vent pieces on the side. Those are the parts, so keep those to the side. You'll need them later, obviously. Next up is you've got to, you don't have to, but I advise doing it first. This is, I think this is the Wi-Fi card. I'm not really sure. So you will use your Torx. Just unscrew it right here. You can see that. So just go ahead and unscrew that. And that will pull out. Just like so. Keep the screwdriver. Or, sorry, keep that bolt somewhere safe. Okay, so now your Xbox is fully open on one side, fully open on the other side. This is where it gets difficult. Basically, there is two tabs on this side, the side that you just pulled your card out of. You can see those are easy to pull up and split the Xbox top from bottom apart. This side has one that you can see, it's way in deep there, and then there's also another one that you can't access at all, and it's right behind this piece. Alright, well, we're back. Unfortunately, the battery died on the camera, but I will show you where we left off. We left off with the back plate. We have to get these apart. So I mentioned you pull this side out. These are tabs. You just put your flathead screwdriver in there, undo it. Then on this side, there's one tab that you can access, and I mentioned you can push on this really hard if you want, although you can get broken tabs that way. The other option is you can put a paper clip or something through. You'll be able to see it in the light, I suppose. Right here, though, next to the sticker, there's it says right below the manual. It says manual, and then right below that, there's a little spot that you can possibly see if you run your finger over it. All you do is you stick your either a screwdriver or this paper clip through there, and it actually just goes. There's a hole pre-existing there, and it punctures the outside decal, and that way you'll be able to push the last one apart. But first you need this one to get apart. And there you go. So this is the top piece. It just falls out. You can get rid of that now. And so what you have is your Xbox. If you're thinking about it, it's upside down. Alright, now you take your Torx bit, and we're going to undo a couple different screws here. So the ones that you want to undo are all the silver ones. So there's one here, there's 5 total. There's one, or excuse me, all the black ones. There's 5 total. There's one here, one here, one here, and then one right here next to my thumb. And the other one, and this is how they know that you've opened the Xbox, is because you have to remove this sticker. It's right under here. So we'll just undo this real quick. So now the entire internals can be removed from this other side plating right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip it back over to the top. So now all the screws are gone, so this is just going to be able to simply fall off or lift off when you're ready for that. Do note that there's tabs in the back, so these will have to come out, but the front piece can actually be pulled off right now. Be very careful when you pull the front plating off. It's got these tabs, and then it's also attached with a strip, so you don't want to mess that up. This whole top piece comes off, and also note that when you pull this off, it'll come with the metal. You want that to happen. It's going to do that anyways, but that's normal. So now your Xbox is fully opened. Let's see if I can give you a little shot of it. That's what it looks like. Before you do anything further, I advise taking the front piece fully off, because these electrical parts can rip right here. So all you need is the flathead screwdriver. So it's hard for you to see when my hands are in the way, but you pull the blue up and around, it's just keeping it in its spot, and then you can pull it straight out. Now this is just for the touch screen pieces. You want to keep this safe so this doesn't rip, and these are also known to break off, so be careful. If they do, sometimes you can super glue them back on, but better just not to break in the first place. Okay, so here's your Xbox. You got your cooling fan, and then your drive right here that's visible. So this is what we're going to work on, because right now we have the open tray issue. So what you do is literally just pick it up carefully, because it's connected in 2 spots in the back. Okay, so disconnect both spots like so. There's the 2 ports that it connects to, and it connects in there. At this point, you take this piece off. It's a rubber piece just to silence it when it's moving, so it's less vibrations. Now you take your Phillips screwdriver. There's 4 Phillips screws in the back. You're going to do all of those. Okay. Now, this won't come apart right away because this foam piece is sticky adhesive onto this piece, so it won't just pull right up. Initially I thought you had to pry these off, so that's why these are a little bent out. You can do that if you still have issues, you can pull them out, but all you need to do is get the foam off of the metal. So yeah, you can see it. There's the foam, it's still on there. You just want to carefully pry that off because you want to put that back on later. Okay, there you go. Top piece, put away for later. And then the internals. So, the issue right now with the open tray is the disc doesn't understand where the laser is. So you can see right now these 2 metal pieces are the rails that the laser runs on. The laser should be starting in the front. Right now there's no laser right here. It's in the back. So all you have to do, and that's due to lubrication errors. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this top piece off and then just wipe down the rails, push it to the front, relube the rails, make sure it slides nice and free, and then assemble everything back together and it should work. So to get this top piece off, there's 1 small screw right here. This is a black clip, and then this is a black clip. So what you do is you undo the small screw first, pull this black clip back and this black clip back, and then lift up, and then in the corner it's just stuck there by 1, so you pull it out, you'll be able to see the laser, push it forward. And that's how you're going to fix your open tray issue. I'm talking about right here, this is the screw, you pull that out, push the tab back, this tab back, then you can lift the whole top piece up and back. Now, initially, when I last showed you, the laser was back here. And that's not where it needs to be to start the disc. So what you do is you just move it to the front, like so. So it'll start out in the front. Now, if you're going to grease this, or if you see a lot of dust in there, wipe it all clean, and then use white lithium grease. And that'll be good for these rails. If this is already in the front, you may have another issue, either a burnt out laser, or it could be a ton of different things within this piece right here. You can't necessarily replace this on your own because this board is paired with that Xbox, and each Xbox is different, so you'd have to send it in to Microsoft to get it fixed, which can be really expensive. But hopefully for you guys this will work. Also, while you're in here, before you re-grease, and also check the Xbox as well, go ahead and use a little cold air, blow it out, you know, get the dust out. Mine was full before I did this, so that'll hopefully clean it out, make it run a little more smoothly and cooler. And if you have any other special Xbox tips or tricks to go along with this, post them up. Otherwise, you got your whole pile of parts. Have fun putting it back together. Just do it in reverse. So if you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll see if I can answer them. Alright, take it easy.